everyone, and welcome to yet another video. Today we're going to go ahead and cover my top 10 spring fragrances for the year 2016. This is specifically the niche list. If you are interested in the designer fragrances, I released that video just a short time ago, so go ahead and check that video out. But this is going to focus on my niche fragrances. Now, a couple of ground rules before I go ahead and get started. First ground rule, of course, this is my list. This is nobody else's list. This is not a list that I am recommending to you as the best spring fragrances. It's simply a list of fragrances that I am wearing for this spring. It's my top 10 list. Do with it what you will. What that basically means is there is no this fragrance is better than that fragrance, because this is simply my list. That's it. Second thing is what I consider spring. I live in New York, and the temperature in spring can either be really cold or it can be really hot. Right now it's kind of middling on around 50 degrees or so, and so it's starting to warm up a bit. So I tend to like my fragrances to have warm quality, as well as, you know, a quality that can quality to be worn in warm weather and in cold weather. So I kind of mix the two usually between, fragrances. Some fragrances do both, but that's generally the idea. All right, so let's go ahead and get started and go through this list. All right. Number 10 is a fragrance that I actually received from an ex-girlfriend. It's one that stuck around though, and it's really weird because this is probably the first time an oil has actually hit my list, and that is MCMC Garden. Now there is a fragrance-based version of this, but I specifically have the oil, and it comes in this little bottle here, and it has this roll-on to it. Now, this fragrance smells like a garden. It sounds exactly what it is like. What it's described as. Now, the reason why it's significant is because it has this unique vibe to me that I have not seen in most other fragrances, and that it genuinely smells like vegetables a little bit. It's got some vegetable notes, but at the same time it smells pleasant. And so this is a little bit more adventurous fragrance, if you will, for this spring. All right. Next on the list is the opposite end of the spectrum, one that is pretty well liked in terms of people smelling it on me. It's very simple. It's not very adventurous at all. It's got like bergamot and vetiver, and that's pretty much it, or some other note. It is Eau Moderne by Thirdman. I won this one in a contest. I think it was Twisted Lily when they first came out, and they had a contest. I entered it. I won this and a bunch of other fragrances, and this one stuck with me. This one is a staple. I like to wear this one when I can't figure out anything else to wear. I don't want to offend too much. It's just one I can go 15 sprays and not knock anyone or offend anyone out. It's just going to smell very pleasant, and it's very simple, and that's why I like it. So, number 9, Eau Moderne by Thirdman. Number 8 is a fragrance that I received from a house, basically. It's a house. They wanted me to go ahead and review it. The fragrance we're talking about is called Every Storm a Serenade by Imaginary Authors. Now this one has been growing on me a little bit more and more, and this is a little bit more of an adventurous fragrance that I want to try out this spring, hence why it's on my list. Now, Eau Moderne Thirdman, I think is a better smelling fragrance than this, but I anticipate wearing this one a little bit more. This has got spruce, it's got eucalyptus, vetiver, and it's got like the sea notes, like that sea salty notes to it. And it's something that's, I'm really enjoying. So it's on my list. At the same time, I may think that I may kind of move away from it. We'll see. It's on my list for a reason, and I'm determined to wear it at this point. See how it actually goes a little bit more than outside of testing. All right? So that's number 8 from Imaginary Authors. Number 7 is from the house of Creed. Creed, for many of you know, is my favorite. It's my go-to house for warm weather fragrances. So it's no surprise that there is this fragrance here. We are talking about Jardin Amalfi. Now this is obviously the big bottle of this sucker. Jardin Amalfi, it combines a nice flower-based smell with a good amount of citruses, and Creeds just really do clean really well. And so, because I have so much of this is actually one of my staples. I tend to wear this one out when I'm going casual. I've got jeans on, I've got a t-shirt, and I just walk out. And I just, it tends to wear pretty well. I know some people can wear this a little bit upscale, and that's perfectly fine too, but it's more of a casual fragrance for me, and it gets the job done. All right? So that's number 7, yes, number 7 by Creed. Number 6 is from the house of Bond Number 9. We're talking about Brooklyn. Now, Brooklyn is another fragrance that I am determined to wear this spring, and I actually really do like it. Why am I determined to wear it? Well, I'm trying something out. Of all my Bond No. 9 fragrances, I want to wear them now to the place that they're supposed to represent. So, I'm going to be wearing this one specifically when I know that I'm going to be in Brooklyn. I live and I work in Manhattan. So, for those of you who are not familiar with New York geography, New York City is divided into 5 different boroughs. And Brooklyn is a borough, Manhattan's a separate borough. They're pretty close together, but at the same time, you know, New York City is a big place. So I am determined to wear this. A lot of our friends are in Brooklyn. I'm going to wear this when we're in Brooklyn. So number 6, Brooklyn. Clean fragrance, going to wear it in casual scenarios. Number 5, we have one from the house of MFK. We are talking about Cologne Por Le Matin. Cologne Por Le Matin, or Cologne for the morning or in the morning. This fragrance is another clean one. Now it has this almost sour-ish note to this fragrance, and I absolutely love it. It comes across as very clean to me, very well put together, and shockingly and surprisingly, it lasts a long time. I throw this one on at work, and later on in the day at 4 p.m., people can still smell me, and they're complimenting me on this. It's another compliment getter, so that's why it's here. At number 5, we have Cologne Por Le Matin. Again, another big bottle. Got a lot of big bottles for spring. Number 4, we have another Bond No. 9 fragrance. Now this fragrance has fallen a little bit, but it is still an essential fragrance that I like to wear when it's a little bit colder out. We're talking about Bond No. 9's Andy Warhol. Andy Warhol, you know, the simple one with his face on the bottle. This one, it's plum, it's resin, it's just fantastic, and it works really well with my skin. It's to the point where I throw this one on, and as I'm walking on the street, people are complimenting me. And so, you know, they're wanting to know where I got this fragrance from, and it's fantastic for those matters. I wear this one generally when it's night out time. Night out time, it's going to start to get a little bit more cold, and I throw this one on, and it does wonders. Fantastic. Number 3, we have another Creed. Yes, another Creed. We're talking about a fragrance that should be no stranger to anyone. We are talking about Aventus. Creed's Aventus, such a strong voice, such a staple. I'm going to run out of this juice. I'm going to have to buy another bottle, and it's going to cost me a pretty penny. But I think it's well worth it. I'm about halfway down at this point, and I got to say it's been worth every penny. Compliments galore, you feel like a champion, and it just does really well. Any scenario you can think of. Work, casual, date, you name it, you can wear this one in. Creed's Aventus. And if you don't know about Aventus, just do a search online. You'll find so much information on it. It's been talked to death. Number 2, we have one that has made some of my other lists, but it is here for spring. We're talking about my night out champion, if you will, Chambre Noire. Another one that I'm going to have to buy some more of. This is my go-to for the night, basically. It's fantastic. I love Chambre Noire. Compliments like crazy with this one. Just fantastic. You smell great. It's like leather, some papyrus. It's just fantastic. It's a fantastic leather-based fragrance, basically, is what I'm trying to say. All right? So that's Chambre Noire. And the undisputed king of the spring fragrances, and I mean this amongst niche and designer, is the none other, you should know it's coming, another one from the house of Creed. We've got Green Irish Tweed. Hey, that rhymed. Green Irish Tweed is spring in a bottle. Wore it when I went to Ireland, and it really does remind me, it has this Irish, it just has this fresh country vibe, and those rolling hills, that green that you see all around, it really does remind me of this. It does such an excellent job at it, and I think it is worth every penny for you buying. Now, if you can't afford this one and you don't want to spend that much money, by all means, there are some other fragrances that smell very similar that you can check out. Davidoff's Cool Water, fantastic one. There's another one from Bond No. 9 that's clone, but if you're looking on price, I wouldn't go for that one just because you might as well just go with Creed's if you're going to pay that much. But yes, Davidoff's Cool Water is another alternative to Green Irish Tweed. All right, so that's pretty much my niche fragrance list for the year 2016 for spring. Let me know what your lists are and what your fragrances are and why you're choosing them. Leave it down below. Give people some ideas, some help, as they're going out. All right, that's it. Thank you guys. Take care of yourselves, and you guys have a great day.